Hi students, I am Anju, your math teacher. Welcome you all to this session. Today's session we are going to deal with Roman numerals. Roman numerals are the numbers that were used in ancient Rome, which means they have been used in the ancient Rome period, which employed combinations of letters from the Latin alphabet that they have got from the Latin alphabets like I, V, X, L, C, D, M. Because now like we are using the numbers like 1, 2, 3, right? Likewise, they were using the numbers as I, V, X, L, C, D, M, which is the Latin alphabet. Ancient Romans used a special method of showing numbers. Not like us, we will use our numbers like 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. But Romans were using their number like I, V, X, L, C, D, M. Example is for number 5, the number 5 is the Indian numeral, which is Hindu-Arabic numeral, but they will write that number as V. Likewise, the number 10 is our Hindu-Arabic numeral, but they will write the number as X. There are basic Roman numeral symbols. There are 7 types of Roman numeral symbols. They are I, V, X, L, C, D, M. I for 1, V for 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500, M for 1000. So there are 7 types. Next is your basic combination of Roman numerals. These Roman numerals, I think so you have seen in real life applications. So when for Hindu-Arabic numeral is 1, your Roman numeral will be I. When 2, I. 3, I. 4, IV. 5, V. 6, VI. Like that it goes on till 900 C, M, 800 DCCC, like that you will give the Roman numerals for the Hindu-Arabic numerals. For writing this way, you want a rule. You are in need of some rule. Based upon that rule only, you are going to write this type of numbers. That is, you are going to write the Roman numerals. So, based upon these Roman rules, you are going to write the Roman numeral for the Hindu-Arabic numerals. Next is how to deal a Roman numeral for the bigger numbers, for bigger Hindu-Arabic numerals. Numbers greater than 1000 are formed by placing a dash over the symbol. Greater than 1000, some values will be there, right? For those values, you will put a dash over that symbol, which meaning that times of 1000, not for like 1200, not like that. 1000, 2000, 3000, 5000. It is a multiple of thousands. If it is a times of 1000, we will use dash over that symbol. But these are not commonly used. One example is for 5000 you will write V bar. That bar denotes 3 zeros actually. Okay. If you delete these 3 zeros from that, what is remaining in that 5000? 5. So V stands for 5. So V bar. Likewise 10,000. If you delete 3 zeros, you will get 10. 10 is X. So X bar. If you delete 3 zeros from 50,000, remaining is 50. 50 stands for L. So L bar. So the dash denotes 3 zeros. So for higher values, you will place dash over the symbol, mainly for the multiple, which means the times of thousands, you will use this dash. So I told already there is a rule for the Roman numeral. According to that rule only we can write the Roman numerals. So there are 5 rules for Roman numerals, and there are 2 points to remember while you are doing Roman numerals. First and foremost rule is, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times it occurs. You can see many symbols will be repeated. Okay, if it is repeated, how many times it is repeated, that many times you will add that symbol. Example is XX. X is repeated twice. It is repeated 2 times. So I told you, if it is repeated, you have to add that symbols, how many times it is repeated. What is the value of X? 10. So you have to add that 10 2 times because X is repeated 2 times. So XX na 10 plus 10, 20. So 20 is the Hindu-Arabic numeral for XX. If a symbol is repeated, you will add that symbol how many times it is repeated. That is the rule 1. The next rule is, I already told you that symbols will be repeated, but a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. So it will be repeated only thrice. It won't be repeated more than 3 times. But the symbol V, L and D are never repeated. You can't find V, L, D repeating. So I told you the symbols will be repeated, but it will not be repeated more than 3 times. Only 3 times it will occur. But the symbol V, L and D are never repeated. Example for that is XXX. Here X is repeated 3 times. So obviously by the previous rule you have to add those 3 times. 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. So here I. 4 times it is repeated. It is not possible because by rule 2 we can say that the symbol is not repeated 3 times. So because after 3, like 3, 3, 3, we will write 4. For that 4, we won't write like I. We will write IV because the symbol will be repeated only 3 times. It won't be repeated more than 3 times. See, here is a value of CCC, which is 300. How you will find 300? 100 plus 100 plus 100. Next, the value of MMM. 1000 plus 1000 plus 1000, which is 3000. Next rule is, if a symbol of smaller value is written to the right side of the symbol of greater value, its value get added to the value of greater symbols. Wait, you have a smaller value symbol and greater value symbol. Why? Because V is a smaller value symbol when compared to X, because X stands for 10 and V stands for 5. So, if a symbol of a smaller value is written to the right side of the symbol of greater value. Appa first left side greater value will be there, right side smaller value will be there. If it is that case, then you will add those symbols. You will add that symbol with the greater value. Here is example, right? XII, because here what is the smaller value? I is written right side of X. So you are going to add with that greater value. What is the greater value here? 10. 10 plus 1 plus 1, which is 12. Next, VI. V is greater, I is smaller. I is written on the right side of greater value. So I am adding that I with that greater value. 5 plus 1, 6. Now LXV. XV all are all less than the L. So 50 plus 10 plus 5, 65. So if a symbol of a smaller value, if it is written on the right side of symbol of greater value, you will add that smaller value with that greater value. Okay. The next rule is, if a symbol of smaller value is written to the left side of the symbol of greater value, which is opposite to the previous rule. then its value is subtracted from the value of the greater value. Now I am considering the smaller value should be written on the left side. In previous rule, smaller value should be on the right side. Then you will add it. Here, smaller value is written on the left side of the greater value. Then you will subtract that smaller value from the greater value. That is the rule. Here is an example. IV. Here I is a smaller value, V is a greater value. Here smaller value is written on the which side? Left side. So I am finding the smaller value in the left side. So obviously I am going to subtract this smaller value from this greater value. So what is the greater value? 5. 5 minus 1. So 4. So 4 is the Hindu-Arabic numeral for IV. Now IX. X is greater, I is smaller. Smaller number is written on the left side of the greater value. Now I am subtracting the smaller value from the greater value. What's the greater value here? 10. 10 minus 1, 9. XL. So 50 minus 10, 40. XC. 100 minus 10, 90. So this is a rule where smaller value should be written on the left side of the greater value. So we will subtract that smaller value from that greater value. The next and last rule is the symbol V, L and D are never written to the left side of the symbol of a greater value because B, L, D are never subtracted. Okay, so I told you if the smaller value are written in the left side, you will subtract it, right? So here what is the rule is, the symbol V, L and D are never written to the left side of the symbol of a greater value. Greater value ke left side it won't be written because V, L and D are never subtracted. I told you already that there are 2 points to remember while doing the Roman numerals problems. The first points to remember is the symbol I can be subtracted from V and X only. Okay, I will be subtracted only from V and X, which means like IV means 5 minus 1, 4. IX means 10 minus 1, 9. That's all. We can subtract I only from V and X. Next points to remember is the symbol X can be subtracted from L, C and M only. So X will be subtracted only from LCM. LCM. Okay. X will be subtracted from LCM only. These are the 2 points to remember. Here are a few problems how to convert this Hindu-Arabic numerals to Roman numerals. So first problem which we are going to deal is how to convert Hindu-Arabic to Roman numerals. Okay, I am going to convert this Hindu-Arabic numerals to Roman numerals. So first, what is Hindu-Arabic numerals? We will be writing like our numbers like 24, 25 like that. So first I'll take one number 24. Let it be 24. So after writing this number, you should split that number. Split is you have to split according to the Roman numerals. So how you will write splitting? 24 how you will split is 20 plus 4, right? Expansion you will do, right? That's the same thing you should do. Next, 20 again you can split it like 10 plus 10. Next, plus 4. Okay. What is the Roman numeral for 10? X. What is the Roman numeral for another 10? X. What is the Roman numeral for 4? IV. Therefore, XXIV is the Roman numeral for the Hindu-Arabic numeral 24. Now, did you understand? First, you have to split that numbers. Now, after that, you will write that number. Again, you will split it according to the Roman numeral like 10 plus 10 plus 4. 10 is X, another 10 is X, 4 is IV. So XXIV is your Roman numeral for the Hindu-Arabic numeral 24. Next is your another one problem I will teach you, 98. Here you actually are going to add that. Next is here you are going to subtract it. That's all. Like that one problem I am giving. 98, how we will subtract it? 90 plus 8. 90, how we will write? 100 minus 10 you will write. Correct? Because 100 is just easy for us to what? You can easily get the Roman numeral. That's why I am writing that 90 as 100 minus 10. Plus 8 you will write. Okay. Now, since the subtraction goes on, what you will do? You should find that your smallest integer should be at the left side. That is a rule which we have learned. So, what is the smallest integer? X. 10, which is a Roman numeral X. So, X will be in the left side. Next, greater number will be at the right side. So, 100, what is the Roman numeral for that? C. Then 8. What is the 8 Roman numeral? VIII. Okay. So, 98 I am splitting it into 90 plus 8. 90 in terms of 100 because it is very close to 100. So, 100 minus 10 you will write it, which is nothing but 90, right? 100 minus 10 plus 8. Since the subtraction takes place here, you will do that rule number 4 where that subtraction will take place. So, smaller number will be in the left side and greater number will be in the right side. So, what is the smaller Roman numeral? X. So, X, greater Roman numeral 100, C. Then what is 8? VIII. So, XCVIII is the Roman numeral for 98. Next problem is about how to convert Roman numerals to Hindu-Arabic numerals. Okay, we are going to convert this Roman numerals to Hindu-Arabic numerals. So, I will give you one example. So, one problem, XXXIV, okay, XXXIV. If a Roman numerals are repeated, what you will do? You will add it. So, here what you will do? You are going to add that Roman numerals. So, what is the number repeated? X. What is the value of X? 10. So, 10 plus 10 plus 10. Right? After that, what it is given? IV. I is smaller number when compared to V. So, obviously what takes place? Subtraction. So, subtraction takes place, what you will do? Greater number minus smaller number. Okay, always if a smaller number is left side to the greater number, you will subtract it. So, what is IV? 5 minus 1. Okay, because greater number minus smaller number. Now, 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 plus 5 minus 1, 4. Then after that 30 plus 4, 34. So, XXXIV is the Roman numerals for the Hindu-Arabic numerals 34. So, 34 is your answer. When numbers are repeated, you will add that Roman numerals like 10 plus 10 plus 10. After that IV it is given. IV is nothing but 4. Actually, we know directly, but I should make you understand that how it comes. IV is nothing but I is written on the left side of greater number. So, 5 minus 1 you will write it. 5 minus 1, 4. 30 plus 4 is 34. Next problem, LIX. Okay. What is L value stands for? 50. Plus, now IX. I is smaller when compared to X. Right? So, what you will do? You will do the subtraction. Subtraction by greater number minus smaller number. What is the greater number? X. So, 10 minus 1. I stands for 1. Now, 50 plus 10 minus 1, 9. Now, 50 plus 9, 59. So, 59 is the Hindu-Arabic numeral for LIX. Okay, so when the repeating, all the rules should be known. By using that rules, you can solve these problems, and it is very easy. Okay, I hope you understood all the problems which I have taught you. Next is our real life application. You can itself say what are the real life application for the Roman numerals. Actually, Roman numerals are still used in the number of way in this modern world. The first and foremost is when you're reading history, you could find this Roman numerals often because you will say this Elizabeth II. You will write First World War II, World War who are all participated, and they will say Akbar one, like that all you will say. So that will be written by using the Roman numerals only. They won't write by using the Hindu Arabic numerals. Okay, so that is the first real life application. The second one is on the buildings you could find. You can find the year which will be written in the Hindu Arabic numerals. That too mainly many British buildings. So in that all they will be writing by using those Roman numerals. Next, in old clocks, which you can find in some public places, that big clock tower will be there. So in that clock tower, their face will be with that Roman numerals. So face is nothing but inside. In our clock hall, in our home, we will have clock with 1, 2, 3 like that. But in those clocks, that too, it was built very older one. In those clock you could find that numbers will be using those Roman numerals. Then in film or in TV programs, they will denote their year. That will be in you could find that old movies and all. In those they will be using this Roman numerals. After that, in question papers, first Roman letter, second Roman letter, you will say like that, right? That is also an example. Then when you're writing your grade, if you belongs to first grade, 1 you will write, second grade you will write I, second grade I. If you are 10th grade, you will write X. Like that only you will mention, right? Most probably. So this is all the real life applications for your Roman numerals. So you can find Roman numerals everywhere. So you can find that real life applications visually. There is a disadvantages for Roman numerals also. The main disadvantages is the Roman numerals has no fractions and no zeros. So without zeros and fractions, can we deal with Roman numerals? That is what we are not mainly using this Roman numerals everywhere. Only specifically we are using in few areas. I hope you all understood what I taught you. Thank you for your cooperation, children. Thank you.